Are you a Sam Harris fan? Actually, this is interesting. Peterson, then Harris. I used to listen to Harris all the time, but I think Harris has become co-opted by indoctrination in the left to a point where he's no longer credible. Like when he left Twitter, his position on hate speech, his anti-Trumpism, and how fervent that is, to the point where he's deranged a bit. And it's a shame because I read Waking Up, I listened to his podcast, I even downloaded his app, and there's a lot of good there. He's a brilliant guy, and he has incredible thinking skills. But just because you have incredible thinking skills doesn't mean you can't be co-opted by an ideology to an extent where you start applying those thinking skills towards that ideology and use it to justify it. Like Thomas Aquinas, for example. There's a lot of logical contradictions in Christian Catholic doctrine. And he went to gargantuan lengths to try to construct elaborate structures so that effectively these contradictions went away. The Thumma Theologica and these other things. Like why, for example, do you get punished in hell infinitely? Think about that. You have a finite time on earth, regardless of the sins you've committed. Why should you, for finite crimes, receive an infinite punishment? And so he has to construct a house of things to be able to justify that doctrine. Brilliant guy. Very few of us could ever stand toe to toe with a modern Thomas Aquinas. It's just one of those guys. You would not want to get into that fight. And I don't necessarily put Harris at that level, but I do believe he's invested a gargantuan amount of time into thinking and being effective in that respect. But I do believe the well's been poisoned a bit, and it's pretty sad too, because we've lost a great mind.